Right, I'm going to put the microphone over there. I don't know why reasons. No, we'll put it there. Makes more sense. On the table. Hello everybody, welcome to my videos. My name is Jamie from Ghouls and Games. Today we're doing a games pickup video. Okay, all the games on today's list is on the C64. This will be over the course of 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 months. I'm not 100% sure, but of course there wasn't enough to do a video before, but why not? We can combine them into one and make one. Okay, no particular order. First one on the video is Vigilante, New York in 1994. The police dare not patrol the streets. The army cannot control the city. Law and order no longer exist. When street gangs dominate the city, when ordinary citizens no longer defend themselves for fear, and when law enforcement agencies are powerless to help, your last chance is a vigilante. This time, it's war. There you go. There we go. Not played this for absolutely years. Copyright 1989, Liam Corporation, licensed from Liam Corporation, all rights reserved. Okay, so the game is Vigilante, a 1988 beat-em-up arcade video game, developed and published by IBM in Japan and Europe, and published in North America by Data East. It's considered to be a spiritual sequel to IBM's earlier Kung Fu Master, released in 1984. And it's a good game, I do like it, but like I say, I've not played it for absolutely years, but the C64 version was the first version I played. I have played it on Amiga a lot as well, but I've never completed any of them on any system before. But it's a good game though. Now you do have the time limit and we do have an energy bar, which is always a bonus, but we do have 3 lives and also pick up weapons on the way. But you don't want enemies on either side of you, which at the moment is not, but that can happen a lot in this game. Now you do have quite a lot of attacks in your possession, and also you can pick up weapons on the way, but I think the best move is the kick. But you want to try and keep them at bay, which is not an easy task, and these ones actually grab you. When they grab you, they won't let go. I think the best way of doing it is by just jumping and doing a flying kick. That tends to do it, but not always. But anyway, you do get a boss battle at the end of each level, and I'll just take a few hits there. Your energy drains very quickly. The game takes place in downtown New York City. The game's plot involves a lone professional martial artist who became a vigilante to fight off an evil gang called the Skinheads, ruled by a man known as the Giant Devil, in order to protect his turf and save a female hostage named Madonna who has been kidnapped by them. 5 levels. In order of appearance is the street, the junkyard, the Brooklyn Bridge, the back street scene, and the top of the building known as under the construction. But yeah, we're taking quite a few damages here, but yeah, I've got one on either side of me. I think I've actually got a nunchuck as well, which again, I don't tend to use very much, but for boss battles, I think the flying kick is the best move to do. 53 seconds remain. Not a lot, but we should be okay before we get this boss at bay. But yeah, the flying kick, I think, is the only good move tactic for this boss. I've tried many, many more over the years, but I think this is probably the best one. So I tend to jump kick, jump out, jump kick, etc. But yes, you do take a casual punch along the way. As long as you're quick to get out of there, you should avoid it. Oh, it's going to go into the wire. But yeah, I do like it. Some probably won't. But I've never actually played it on official arcade before. Only the Amiga and the C64 versions I've played. Right, fairly even at the moment of time. It is a lot bigger in size. One boss at the end of each level. 5 levels in total. There we go, down it goes. But again, it's superb. 18,400, so that should be it until they reach the end of the level. No more enemies arrive on the scene. Plenty of time, plenty of life. But again, a good game, I do like it. But yeah, hard as nails, it really is. There we go, stage 1 cleared, that's more enough. That is Vigilante. Next one on the list is Forgotten Worlds. 2 cool dudes, 1 hot situation, 8 megalithic adversaries. It adds up to a whole lot of trouble. There you go. There we go, Forgotten Worlds, copyright Capcom Co. Limited, press fire to begin. Conversion by Arc Developments. Okay, so the game is Forgotten Worlds, titled Lost Worlds in Japan. It's a side-scrolling shooter video game by Capcom, originally released as a coin-operated arcade game in 1988. It was noted for being the first title released by Capcom for the CP System Arcade Game hardware. And again, it's been actually years since I last played it, but this game is brutal. I've forgotten how difficult this game is, but again, the C64 version was the version I played first. But again, it's tough, because in this game, yes, your bullets are very weak at the start, your weapons are very weak, but also it's the way you fire, which makes this game very difficult for me. At the moment of time, yes, we're firing forwards where we want to go, but when you're moving forward and back, you're trying to avoid enemies and enemy bullets, your character then start firing in a 360 direction. But you want to try and keep the bullets in one direction, especially when there's a lot going on. At the moment of time there is, but we can do this by moving up and down. But as soon as you're moving forward and back while firing, it's going to change all of that. But anyway, It's tough. I've forgotten how difficult this game is. We've got 2 lives and we have the energy bar. And remember time, the Zenny coins, we have 2,800. I want to try and get 4,000 for the best weapon. Which is not an easy task to get, but I'm going to try anyway. But yeah, when you die in this game, you don't actually see yourself die. Your energy just fills. But yeah, you do get boss battles, but not on every single level. But again, I do like it. It might not be everyone's taste though. But again, I've never played it on an arcade before. But it's only the C64 and Amiga versions that I've played. Right, now these are good ways of getting additional money. If you go really close, you should be okay. Again, try and keep your bullets in one direction. That's the way to go. Energy is okay. Right, so we'll keep enemies at bay. Set in the 29th century, an evil god known as the Bios has destroyed most of the Earth, turning it into a desolate wasteland known as the Dust World. 2 nameless super soldiers are created by the people to defeat Bios and the 8 evil gods who serve them. Might go to the shop. Okay, we arrive in the shop. However, that was not straightforward. However, 4,000 is what we needed, 4,000 is what we've got. So now we can't buy weapons and energy, so we're just going to buy the spread bullets. So there we go. Now our bank balance is a big fat 0. So now it's going to make it a lot more easy for me. Okay, now we're firing in 3 directions, which is fantastic. Forgotten Worlds was ported to various home computers in Europe by US Gold, one of Swedish House's favourites, in 1989. Versions were produced for the Amiga, Atari ST, Commodore 64, ZX Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, TurboGrafx 16 and IBM compatible PC. These versions of the game were developed by Arc Development. The development team had 4 months to make the conversions. Every graphical frame was digitised directly from the arcade version's screen using DigiView Gold device and stored on the data on the Amiga 500 computer. The God of War was hand-sketched, redrawn on the computer and then coloured with Deluxe paint. Although the mirror function saved time, even the shop scene was hand-sketched from scratch. Right, so not only are we firing in 3 directions, but the bullets are a lot more stronger. But yes, some enemies are quite difficult to avoid, and some of them do reward you and some of them do not. But I don't think it's a boss battle on this level. But anyway, bank account is big fat 0. I don't have any money at all. But I did spend the money very, very wisely. But even energy is quite expensive in this game. But okay, so now we should be okay. It should die a lot more easier. But again, some reward you and some do not. But if you're lucky, you can be in a certain place, shooting in a certain direction, and you'll be fairly very safe compared to bullets. But yes, even the ones going in the forward direction are actually a lot stronger than they are, or they were before. So we should be safe in the middle here. Right, not too far away, but again, like I say, I haven't mastered it yet. But yes, you can lock it in one direction, and provided you keep moving up and down, you can keep it there. Which I suppose in some situations, yes, it is a good thing. But when you're moving around and shooting at the same time, he'll keep doing that. But yeah, I suppose in later levels, it probably will get easier the more weapons you get, the more bullets you get, which is going to be a lot more easier for you. But anyway, we've got 600 Zenny coins, not a lot, but energy's okay as well. 138,000 we've got exactly. I think that's the end of the level. But again, it's a good game, but yes, I do prefer the C4 version a lot more to the Amiga. But there we go, enough footage, that is Forgotten Worlds. Okay, moment of time, got 162,600 Zenny coins. Energy is poo. But anyway, this is the boss battle. There's 9 levels in this game. Each level has a boss battle. The game started off as a regular side-scrolling shooter, but the creators wanted to create a more imaginative game. During development, Capcom tried to make the game easier to play, having received criticism about how hard it was to dodge enemy projectiles in the previous games. This one is not too bad. We found a safe point, but again, with this weapon, it should be a breeze. What we're trying to do is keep your bullets going in the direction you want to go, which in this case is upright. We should be okay, and avoid the rotating debris. But again, no boss battle energy bar, but we should be okay here. We are firing on all cylinders. We do get 1 continue in this game as well. There we go, boom and pow. Have some of that. Now some of these games are bought by me and some of them are actually donated to the channel. This is one of them by Rusty James. This is Ollie and Lisa. Never played it before but I have heard of it. Today human beings are only scared of invisible ghosts. And that's all it says. It doesn't say any more than that apart from screen pictures shown maybe different machine versions of the game. Never tried it, we'll try it out. There we go, Ollie and Lisa, the Ghosts of Shilmore Castle. Okay, so the game is Ollie and Lisa. Among the barren heights and rugged rocks of the Scottish Highlands is situated Shilmore Castle. The castle was under threat of being purchased and shipped stone by stone to America by Eugene Portcullis III, a mega millionaire. Alarmed by this, Ollie and Lisa rushed to help Sir Humphrey, the castle ghost. Humphrey was somewhat upset and decided today human beings are only scared by invisible ghosts. You must collect 8 ingredients for the potion to make all ghosts invisible and save the day. And this is one of 3 games. It also had Ollie Lisa 2 Halloween and Ollie Lisa 3 The Candlelight Adventures, released in 1989. But this one, I never played it back in the day. But this is difficult. What I'm not a fan of in this game is your character's jumping. And also you're falling. It's very much similar to Manic Mine and Jet Set Willy. Falling a small distance is enough to kill your character. But jumping over an enemy is really, really difficult to do. There's really not a lot of room for error. But what I'm trying to do is try to use these blocks underneath you as a little bit of a guide. So use that. But this red one up here has killed me the most time. This is level 2, not a high scoring game at the moment of time. But yeah, you've got to get that absolutely perfect. You've got to try and find one item, and you have one item in your possession at each time, and then take it to the cauldron. And then you have to go and find the next potion. But there are 9 in total. But just don't be killed by anything along the way. And of course, there are going to be lots of enemies along the way. But there we go. That is 2. Here's a little kiss. Superb. So anyway, one item at a time. So this time we've got to find a scroll. And again, we've got to go the same distance again. But this one is probably the most difficult of all. But yeah, I find, let him go into that square and then make your move. But yes, you can walk down the stairs, but just don't fall too far down the stairs. Now we've got to go outside. We'll be attacked by evil bats. Yes, Charlie Fart, if you're watching this video, yes, bats feature here as well. So, this one's not too bad though. Jump over a platform, and again, and again, and again. Now, of course, you do get an energy bar. So, of course, when the energy runs down, you're going to die. Which is interesting because one hit is a death. So, I'm assuming energy is also time. So, again, pick up the item, put it in your possession, and you're going to make the really difficult journey back. But some enemies, when you go to a certain point, which is there, so it will stop at that night. But again, we've got a difficult one to arrive. Avoid the ghosts and avoid this crazy dude. Which are done. Superb. There we go. 1,984. Again, take it to the cauldron. Wait patiently. There's plenty of time here. Plenty of energy here. So, jump is done by the fire button. There's Humphrey the Ghost. There we go. Another one. Right, we've got to find now a mushroom, which again is outside. So again, you've got to retrace your steps. But this one's going to be edited down. Okay, back to familiar territory, but this time for a different reason. We're going to go further this time. We've got to try and find a mushroom, which again is not going to be easy to get. Now we've got caterpillars and evil spiders. But again, the jumping makes this game a very, very difficult game indeed. So jump over that one, but again, not a lot of room for error, and don't fall too far. We have the mushroom. Now we've got to try and make our way back, which is almost as difficult. But yeah, of course, you do have multiple lives. But yes, if you die, you'll respawn on that screen you died on. And if you have the item in your possession, you should keep possession of it. But again, we've got this difficult task of getting over these difficult enemies. But yeah, that red one is the most difficult by an absolute long shot. Because it's not moving that overly fast. But it's good when you do it first time. That is fantastic. Right, so anyway, we'll make this the last one. But again, it's a good game. I do like it. But this one, never played any other days. I'm assuming this is probably on quite a number of different systems, including Spectrum, Amstrad, CBC, I'm assuming so. But there we go. There's another one to the collection. There is a mushroom. Right, so the next item is a frog, which, believe it or not, is outside. That's more than footage. That is Ollie and Lisa. Next one on the list is on the C64. Once again, don't know to the channel, this is Stairways. Now this is actually brand new and sealed. It's the only C64 game I've got that is sealed. But however, it's difficult to read though. Stairways, copyright 1985 before Computer Graphics Limited. The game Stairways, its program code, game mechanics and audio-visual presentation and documentation are protected by national and international copyright laws. Doesn't say anything about the game though, but again, I've never played before, we'll try it out. There we go, Computer Software presents Stairways by Wonga. Keyboard or joystick? We'll go for joystick. Okay, loading level 1. Okay, so the game is Stairways. Stairways takes place in a bar. The objective is to collect the 7 pieces of legendary amulets with great budgie Wonga. Along the way, you shoot down hallucinations and avoid knocking over other people's drinks. The player character has 3 attributes: energy, hunger, and how drunk he is. The hallucinations sap your energy, and if he throws over glass, the doorman comes over and kicks you out, resulting in the loss of life. If sobering up, it gets harder to keep hallucinations at bay by projecting thought bombs at them. In order to maintain intoxication, the player can visit the bar to get more drunk, and hunger can be quenched at the burger bar to starve off starvation. If you collect all the amulet pieces and the time which is 0, you move on to the next level. And again, not to see, not to do, but for some reason, there's a bit of an issue with this one. I don't know why, but when I'm standing still, the character is there for all to see. When you're moving around and jumping, it disappears off the face of the earth. And it's not on my PC, it's actually on my TV as well. So it's very strange. It makes it quite difficult to tell where you are. Especially when trying to jump over people's glasses. But anyway, when you're hungry, go get a burger. When you're thirsty, go get drunk. Also, keep an eye on your time limit and your energy bar. Keep these ways of boots at bay by throwing foot bubbles at them. Right, that's the last one. Located at the bottom left and right corners of the screen. Now we've got to keep them at bay, wait for the time limit to 0 and move on. But again, a good game, I like it. Level 2. Now each level will take place in the same bar, but each level has a different hallucination. Now we're being attacked by cars. So again, throw thought bubbles at them to keep them at bay. But the demo pieces are also located in different areas. But yeah, you've got to go to the bar fairly often, and also get a burger fairly often as well. The trouble is, if you're eating more, then of course that's going to affect your drunk meter. So yeah, one will actually cancel out the other. So anyway, you're now in the bar, so you can just stand there and your drunk bar will go up. Which also affects your energy levels, which will also drain all the time. Right, so there's another one. So we've still got a few more to get, but of course now we're in the bar, now we get yourself a burger. Which will increase your hunger bar, but also drain your sober bar. So yeah, lots to see, lots to do, but yeah, you can be thrown out in a number of ways. But yeah, if you jump on a glass, knock the glass over, you're thrown out. If your energy runs down, you're thrown out. If the time runs out and you've got all the pieces, you're thrown out. But there we go. One more to go. There we go. Again, we've kept them at bay. 13 more seconds, we should be okay. Hunger level is low, so my energy is going to start draining. But again, a really good game. I like it. Love the music too. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. Okay, make this the last level of this part of the video. Now the hallucinations are Jet Set Willies, Minor Willies, Manic Minors, which you want to look at it. But anyway, keep it by by throwing thought bubbles at them. But yes, each level, the amulets are in different locations, and there's more glasses this time. But at the moment of time, hunger's okay, and my drug meter's okay. And energy's good as well. We're going to stay in the bar anyway and increase it a bit more. You stay there as long as you like. Just keep an eye on the time limit. If you've got the amulet pieces, you stay there forever, I suppose. Why not get a burger? 35 seconds remain. You've still got 3 more amulet pieces to find. There's one. Those ones you have to jump into. Jump over the broken glass. Now we're in the urinal area. There should be one more. Hopefully it should be outside. There we go. It's confirmed with 22 seconds to go. But again, I love the music. People are having a good time, dancing and all that. So just keep them at bay. Plenty of energy. Of course, every time one makes contact with you, it's going to drain your energy. 2 seconds, 1 second. There we go. Plenty of footage. That is Stairways. Next one on the list is again fantastic. This is Myth History in the Making. A great game, but again, not a description to the back of the case though. Myth, to my mind, this is a dream come true with an atmosphere that goes through the roof. A brilliant game. Great on brawn, great on brain, and great on graphics. A winner. One of the best games to appear on the C64. Amazing graphics, amazing sound, and fantastic gameplay make it a game player's dream. CU Screen Star 92% C64. There you go. There we go, Myth History in the Making. I have to admit, I played this Amiga version a lot more, but the C64 version is good, but does have difficult controls. Okay, so the game is Myth History in the Making, a 2D platform game developed and published by British Publishing House, System 3 for C64, Amiga, CD32, Amstrad CPC and ZX Spectrum. It was also released on the NES as Conan the Mysteries of Time. It was officially announced for the Atari ST as a preview version was available, but the full version was never released. Now, I do like it, but I do like the Amiga version a lot more, being the first one I played, and also the controls are so much different to that version. This one takes some getting used to, especially when you played the Amiga version as much as I have. Pressing down is a jump. Also, to pick up an item, press down and fire. It's not a lot really, but when you're used to it, it does take some adapting to. But anyway, we've got the sword, we'll use the sword immediately to cut this chain. To send the skeleton on his way. But we're not done yet, we need another skull's head, which will need to go into the lava to summon the devil. We need the devil to get the weapon to use for the next boss. Now also, weapons are limited in this game, but the sword will keep it on your possession for when you need it in the future times. So get him on the edge, cut off his head, 1 is enough. We switch over to the fireball, and the devil needs 2 hits. Now these will also give you additional energy, which is also fantastic. But yeah, don't waste too many of the fireballs. But trouble is, with these skeletons at bay. keep it at bay. There we go. Right, so we do need some more energy. Press down and fire to pick up that. We've still got a few more, but yeah, we do need to get some energy on the way. But also, sometimes this keyboard won't do what I ask it to do. Sometimes the weapons will select, sometimes it won't. It's a mystery sometimes. But also, on the Amiga version, you can also get the weapons ready before you actually summon the boss. But here, you can't. But hopefully, it will play ball. Right, so we're going to press the space bar. Make sure you're fairly close. There you go, explodes. Pow! Brilliant. Go back to the sword. Again, this game is very quiet, but the music in this game is brilliant. I will add music and sound effects for this video, but again, it's really good. Well, that's all you need to do now. Go to the exit door. Energy is good. We have 2 lives. That is plenty. We can earn additional lives also along the way. Not through score, though, but it is good. But anyway, like I say, a completely different character to the Amiga version, but the game is good. Okay, so we're going to try this one as well, but this is not easy. The Amiga version is a lot simpler, but of course you have the additional speech. So this is where you can earn additional energy. Because the lady will tell you what to do, whether it be moving forward, stopping, or crouching. But here, she doesn't do that, she just moves her hands. But also, you'll get attacked a lot more on this one. But they will reward you with energy. But also, make sure you don't press down, because of course you'll jump. You press down and fire. Bingo! Yeah, sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But anyway, so we've got to try and get a shield. We do this from destroying Achilles' heel. But the sword is the easy way of doing it. So now, our energy can go to a maximum of 4. But if you use a continue, you do lose that. And again, it's not easy to hit, but we are making contact. The sound is confirming that. We use this for Medusa. Right, so now we put that in our hand, and because it's got an image of Medusa on it, which you can't really see on this one, the enemies will have to bow to it. So they have to stop attacking you. But there we go, again, fantastic. It's taking getting used to, but that is myth. Okay, arrive at Medusa, and I have to admit, energy's poo, it really is. I don't know how much space there is in between each attack. Probably not going to be very much. Carve for head, pick up a head, get some energy. Bingo! Right, so we put it in our hand immediately and use it against the boss, which is a 3-headed dragon. Now the bullets from this are actually unlimited, but after this level it's taken away from you. But this will be the final level for this part of the video, but it's not going to be easy though. Now any additional energy is good, any additional energy is needed. Right, so where do we have to stand? It's going to be different on this version, isn't it? So shoot each of its heads. 1. Back jump. You can shoot its bullets, which is a good thing. Right, that's 1, that's 2. I've got a way to stand for this one. Trust me there. 1. 2. 2 is all it needed. There we go. Boom pow. There we go. More footage. That is myth. Okay, next one on the list, again, donated by Mrs. Russia James. Thank you. This is Paperboy. This is actually my second version. The other one is a small case version. This one's a big case version. Pick up your old push bike, put on your peaked cap, and imagine yourself braving the streets in an old American suburb. Only superb riding skills and a steady throwing arm can get you through your 7-day week of hilarious action. Avoid cars, workmen, junkyards, and lawnmowers, all out to obstruct you in your pursuit of excellence. Score points by delivering to all of your usual customers, but you can get sneaky bonuses by breaking the windows of non-subscribers. It's a difficult task, but your employee behaves that practice makes perfect and generally provides a practice track where you can get valuable extra points. Get ready for the ride of your life. There you go. There we go, Paperboy, fantastic. I haven't played it for a while, but it's a good game. Okay, so the game is Paperboy, an arcade action game developed and published by Atari Games and Big Break Games, released in 1985. The player takes the role of Paperboy, who must deliver fictional newspapers called the Daily Sun along a suburban street on his bicycle. The arcade version of the game featured bright handlebars as a controller. The game was ported to many home systems beginning in 1986. A sequel for home computers and consoles, Paperboy 2, was released in 1991. And again, it's a fantastic game, it's a classic, but I have to admit, I played Paperboy 2 first, which was on the Amiga, which I do have a box version of. It's fantastic. It took me quite a few years, so I got to play this one on either C64 or Amiga. I have to admit, I've never actually played it on arcade before, but it is a classic, but it's difficult to read while doing it. But anyway, there's lots of ways you can earn additional points. There's lots of ways you can be mean in this game, but I don't tend to do that. But what you can do is, with additional points, any houses that are not subscribed to you, you can actually cause damage. And that'll give you additional points. But like I say, I don't tend to do that. I want to try and be a good Paperboy. So you try and deliver the papers as accurately as possible, in the best way possible. Try not to cause too much damage. But anyway, the more good services you get, the more they're going to want your subscriptions again. But anyway, normally the ones that are grey are the ones that are not subscribed to you. But you can go faster by pressing up, and you can slow yourself down by pressing down. Also, at the end of the stage, you have a stunt bike section, which can also get additional points. But yeah, if you get it in that post box, I think you get 1,000 points, which is the highest you can get. But of course, it's never going to be plain and sailing, it never is. There's going to be assets all over the place. Cars, drain pipes, and also you cannot go up the curbs. That also wrecks your bike. People try and run at you, also get the occasional dog, but yeah, try and get the best score possible. But I didn't actually realise that it's actually the same pattern every time you play. I didn't realise, I thought it was different each time. Maybe Playboy 2 is different, I'm not sure, but yeah. Amiga version, I don't know. But anyway, at the moment of time, it's going alright. But also, you do have limited amounts of papers. This is where I can sometimes make a bit of a mistake, but try and do it in the time you have. They can also pick up additional papers on the way, which I've done, but yeah, I'm assuming the more you have at the end, the more points are available to you. I don't know, like I say, I'm not sure. The time is to get away. I'm not going to have too many stunts, just get there safe and securely. But again, it's a really good game, it's a classic, I really do like it. Ding dong, there we go, fantastic. 2050, not a high score though, but there we go, we made it. So what do we get out of that? Right, daily report, your customers. So my customers are yellow, the non-customers are grey. There you go, Tuesday. There you go, that's Paperboy. Next one on the list is Ghouls and Ghosts. In fact, I bought this on the same day as Myth, it was bundled in with a bundle. A stunningly executed conversion with great scrolling routines and a very, very playable game to boot. A masterpiece of a conversion emulates the coin op to near perfection. Masses of colour and loads of playability you cannot ask for. There you go. There we go, Ghouls and Ghosts. Commodore conversion, software creations, Capcom, US Gold, 1989 Iron Corporation, licensed from Iron Corp, all rights reserved. Okay, so the game is Ghouls and Ghosts, a side-scrolling platform game developed by Capcom, released in arcades in 1998 and subsequently ported to a number of home platforms. It's a sequel to Ghosts and Goblins, the second game in the Ghosts and Goblins series. And in my case, it's the first version I played. Amazingly though, I've not finished this version before, but I have finished the Amiga version back in the day, but that one I played a lot more. But that one has a lot more problems than this one does. This one's actually not too bad. This one you do get your armour back a lot more often. Amiga version, yes, you don't get your armour back as often, and also enemies will spawn a lot more. But they're all very, very difficult. But of course, you can fire up in this one, which is also very good. But you cannot do that in Ghosts and Goblins. Right, I've just lost my armour, but you can get it back. And amazingly though, if you get turned into a duck, which, believe it or not, you cannot fire in this state, when it wears off, that actually respawn your armour. Which I wasn't aware of in the other days. That's really, really handy. They also do get checkpoints, and also get additional skills, additional weapons, additional armour. But again, only takes one hit and you're in your box of shorts. One more hit and then you die. But yeah, flying in the air is a good thing. That does save your bacon. Get these birds at bay. But yeah, these ghouls will come out the ground very often. Right. Now when you reach a checkpoint, your time is extended. I remember the time I've got 4 lives, which is plenty. But these games are all brutal in their own ways. Being chased. Right, this bit is difficult. 2,250 we have. But again, it's a classic. Right. Again, not as many enemies here, but they do move around in difficult situations. Now again, I don't know if I'm going to get extended here, but we'll give it a whirl. We've got the dagger. Right, dagger's good. Can't go wrong with a dagger. There's not many weapons in this game. You don't get them as often as you would like them, but they're not all good. Some of them are good and some of them are not so good. But also, some enemies do spawn right on top of you, which is right on cue, which lost me my armour. But we do have the knives. But boss battles are a lot more easier if you have your armour on you. Not here, not now. I don't think I'm going to get it back now, but there are going to be some pigs. But the daggers you can fire up more often, so that's a good thing. Yeah, not so bad on the respawn department, but again, it has its moments. But yeah, trying to defeat a boss without your armour is not simple. Amiga version, that boss killed me so many times. Now this game, you can have sound effects or music, but not at the same time. But I'm going to be doing that possible by doing a little bit of editing for you. So you can have both. Music's done by Tim Follin, which is fantastic. Boss battle, it's going to be difficult like this. But we do have a good weapon. And this one moves a lot faster than the Amiga version as well. There you go! Brilliant! Have a key to come in. There you go. Well done. 5,000 points. I'm happy with that. Okay, that's all the games I bought on the C64. He's got the best seat in the house. I'm sitting on the floor. Until next time, it's Jamie Wonders Games. Please like and share, share on the channel, face the fan page, on Twitch. Sorry, more the game, find it fairly easily. Please click the bell icon and notify you visit load. Fantastic. You alright? We're not doing talk videos, original cheats, how we make it, and live streams on Friday night. You can time vet clocks time of week. So something easy. Ciao, bye, see ya. Okay, so the game is Vigilante, a 1988 beat 'em arcade video game, developed and published by IBM in Japan and Europe, and published in North America by Data East. It's considered a spiritual successor. I knew I was going to say that eventually. The player takes the role of Paperboy, who delivers a fictional paper called The Daily Sun, along with subscriptions. Right, hold on. Ah! Hold on, I was reading. The arcade version of the game features a bright handlebar as a controller and a car. Paperboy is an arcade action game developed and published by Atari Games and Midway Games and released in 1985. The player takes the role of Paperboy, who must deliver fictional newspapers along... My lord, oh, this is so difficult. I can't read and deliver newspapers at the same time. That's a whole new league of difficulty. Huh? The player assumes the role of... Not assumes the role, takes the role. Takes the role as Paperboy, who delivers a fictional newspaper called The Daily Sun. And I turn it through a window. Okay, so the game, this is Ollie and Lisa. Amongst the barren heights and the rugged rocks of the Right.